To learn about the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the bell notification. Okay, so I'm back at the tiny house build again today. Today's Sunday, the Sunday after Christmas. So I'll be honest, I've been really kind of taking a break from the house the last couple of days. The last thing I did was I put the back porch on the deck. Now I want everybody to remember that this is going to get a roof over it. So there's going to be a metal roof that extends over this deck so the sun isn't beating down on it. That was a big concern of a lot of people. But we're going to do that in the spring. What we're going to do is pour concrete pillars right here. It's just going to be a concrete block is all it's going to be. You can buy these tubes that you fill up with concrete. And so the concrete pillar is literally going to just sit on the concrete pad that we have here. I can't bury it. A lot of people thought I was going to bury the concrete. I was going to dig a hole and pour the concrete. The concrete is just to keep it from wobbling around. So everything will still be removable. I can literally pick the roof up. If I cut the concrete off, pick the roof up and move it out of the way. And then I'm just going to bolt the 4x4 right to the porch. It'll have a point of contact, but it's not permanent. Everything's temporary here. It could be moved if we ever needed to move it. I'm not going to move it, but it could be. Yesterday, had a concern in the comment section that we weren't getting the trim done. Carolyn's been working on it. She's been trying to figure out what she wants to do. And she finally figured out that she'd use the pallet board. And she's got different ideas. You can see the pallet board doesn't exactly come out correctly. It's too far out on one window. The other window, it doesn't go far enough out. So she was trying to figure out how to do all that. So last night we came up here, we talked about it. So she's just going to lay this board here and then take another board, and she'll probably stain this, she said, to give it some contrasting color. And that'll work out perfect, just like that. So nice little shelf or windowsill, I guess is what we call it. Tuesday, we've decided, this is Sunday. Tuesday, we're going to go metal ceiling from Home Depot. $12 or $13 a sheet. And I'm going to need 8 sheets, I think. I'm doing YouTube math. Don't ever do math while you're trying to make a video. It never works out right. And then I'm going to start working on that. I've ordered the shower. The shower's on its way. It's supposed to be here Wednesday, along with a wet dry vac Carolyn wanted. And I've also ordered some electrical wire. So I'm going to talk about all the things that we've got going on. The other thing we're going to do Tuesday at Home Depot is we're going to buy some more plywood and some more 2x4s so we can build a box over here. I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but I wanted to get in a little bit more detail about what we're going to do. So we have an IBC tank full of water that sits down there. Of course, we want to move it up here. That's what I was telling you in yesterday's video. We want to move it up here. The original thought was leave it down there. The whole electrical system's down there. It made more sense, but the freezing in the winter is what concerns me. I don't want the tank to freeze. And so we've been trying to figure out how to do this, and I think we finally came up with a solution. We're going to set the tank right here, kind of out of the way in the hidden spot. Once we have the porch completed and we have a roof on it, this side's going to be enclosed a little bit, at least halfway up. So it's really not too noticeable if we put the tank right here. Oh, Rob, you did such a great job on the building. Why would you put an ugly old tank next to it? Now we're going to build a box around it. The box is going to be 4 foot high, 5 feet wide, 5 feet deep. That way it will fit around the tank and I can insulate it. Now I'm not going to put a bottom on the box. It's just going to sit on the ground. So I'm going to have to paint it, of course. And I'm going to paint it the same color as this. Then I'm going to run ventilation pipe from the house into the tank. And so what the ventilation is going to look like is the same type of ventilation I got for the wood stove. And we've talked about different things. I have a lot of flexible ventilation left from the Franklin wood stove. It flexes and it's got insulation around it. It's black. The cat sleeps on it right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a pipe similar to this one. Might use flexible pipe though. Over here, we're going to have a foot of space. The shower is 32 inches and it comes to about right here. That leaves us a foot of space. That's perfect. So our ventilation we'll do like this. Of course, I'll have to cut a hole. This will slide into the hole. And then I can run a computer fan off DC battery, and I can put heat into the box during the winter. That'll keep it warm. I'll run the hose that's going to come back into the house to run our on-demand water heater. I'll run the hose through that ventilation, so it'll come right back up the ventilation. I'll run a wire through here also, which will run the RV pump that pumps the water all through here in this little 1 foot space. So this would be like our little broom closet, put our shoes in here, maybe even be able to get a shelf for some reason if we needed a shelf. So there's our shower, and then a foot of space. So then we come out 32 inches, wherever that is. It's a 32-inch shower. And then we can have our toilet. That'd be another 32 inches. And that leaves us 2 feet of extra space from the window. So this is kind of our bathroom area is what we're looking at. And everything's going to be hidden and discreet and really nice looking. We're going to run the RV pump off a lawnmower battery. And I figured out how I'm going to charge that. What I'll get is a battery tender. You can buy them at Walmart for like 24 bucks. And I can plug it into the wall. And that battery tender will always maintain the lawnmower battery. Of course, the battery tender will be charged from our battery bank down there, our solar system, our solar power system. Now, the other thing I've ordered is electric wire. I have some electric wire right here. This is indoor, 12-2 with ground. I don't know how much I exactly have, but I don't need a lot. So what I'm going to do is all my electric is going to come up from underneath the building. And then I'm going to run little electrical boxes on the walls, metal electrical boxes. They'll be attached right to the wall. They'll stick out. Some guy just sent me a picture of his, and he did the same thing in his cabin, where they're not sunk into the walls. They're on the outside of the walls. So I'm not the only one that has this great idea. So the wire will come up through the floor, and I'll buy that gray PVC, and the wire can come up into the PVC. Now all my indoor electrical is taken care of. I'll get a breaker box. The breaker box will be underneath here. Then I've ordered 12-2 with ground, and I'm going to run it all the way down to here, to the camper. This is outdoor stuff. So what 12-2 outdoor looks like is this. And what this is it's sealed to resist the environment. I bought 250 feet of it. I only need 150 feet of it. I thought it was 200 feet, but Carolyn and I measured it this morning from where the batteries are going to be up to the house. It was 150 feet. This wire is for the well. This is 250 feet. It goes down into the well 100 feet, and then another 150 feet. I can take it anywhere. And so I plug this into the generator. Now my concern has been, are we going to pull too many amps? Because if you pull too many amps through too small of a wire, you'll burn the wire up, you'll burn up the inverter. I got to thinking about it. Well, this is 12-2, and that pump is 750 watts, I think, plus startup, whatever startup is. I think startup's right around 2,000 watts. So I'm never going to pull that much into the house, ever. Now, my big concern is the last time I looked at this wire was $200. I went to Amazon today and I found it for 115 bucks. Huge cost savings. So I went ahead and ordered it, and I'll get that ran up there probably within the next week or two. So this is the IBC tank that I was telling you about. Okay, it holds 275 gallons of water, and I fill it with the well. And then we have this RV pump right here. You can hear it running, I'm sure. Carolyn's doing laundry. So this RV pump pumps the water into a hose and into the on-demand water heater. It works great. This system has worked great for us. So after Tuesday, I'm going to get pretty busy again on building the house. Sit on my new deck here. I'll talk about that in here in just a second. So we're really thinking about, okay, what is left to do? What do we got to do so when springtime comes, we can just move in? What's left? We got the ceiling, we got the water, and we got the electric. That's all we need. I think we're almost done. I think like in January, sometime mid-January to February 1st, we are going to be completely finished with the house where we can move in. So the only thing that's keeping us from moving in is wood, dried wood. The core of the wood, when you split wood, you can actually feel the moisture in it. The wood for this new type of wood stove has to be 20% or less. So this porch, I absolutely love this porch. Last night I came up here, it was a little chilly. I mean, it was in the 40s. But I sat up here, we had a full moon, or at least almost a full moon. And I just looked out over the woods. I was sitting on this side. I was looking out over the woods, and it was just breathtaking. This is my dream. It's finally coming together. We got the property last year. We started building the house, and then we got the house built. We got the porch built. We're getting ready to move in, the wood stove. It's all coming together. I can't tell you how great it's been. And it's not been easy, I will be honest. It's been a lot of work. But it's been worth it to accomplish my dream. So I hope I can inspire you to put the work and effort into accomplishing your dream. Thanks for watching.